Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map, and I just came up with a silly idea, and silly because I just started pulling out all those decks and I'm thinking, fuck, it's a lot of decks. But my idea was, and this is what this video is about, I'm going to show you decks of certain creators that I have more than two, at least three of their decks. Okay, so these are the creators that obviously I like because I have multiple decks that they make, and also I want to make sure that I show creators that are creative and kind of keep, putting things out or keep changing the decks that they put out, etc., etc. Without further ado, if you're curious, stick with me, sit back, relax, and we're going to take a look at plethora of decks. So let's start with a creator that also became a friend and a person that I highly, admire and love, Hetjen Grobler. She is the creator of the Mysteries of Mary tarot decks. You know that I also have a couple of her original art pieces, one being hung over there. It's this image of the star card from the Mysteries of the Black Madonna, and I have another couple of those, some gifts, some I purchased. I actually really, I don't know, knowing this deck and this work has changed my life at some point. And this Mary deck, this particular first Mary deck edition, has come with me to so many sanctuaries, to so many holy places, sacred places in nature, churches, all these different, connections to Mother Nature, really, that Mary is also a representation of. So this is the first deck that Hetjen created. It's called the Mysteries of Mary tarot deck. This is a very, very first edition. So then Hetjen has also changed, and the decks were coming gilded, same art style, everything stayed the same, just the paper changed slightly, and she has added a gilded edges. And now there's even newer version. I think the paper also has changed. Maybe it will be closer to this new Black Madonna deck that I just received from her, and it's more on this battery side, so it's not really maybe so slidey as the other ones, but it's edged black, this one. I don't know the new Mysteries of Mary, she's just advertising them now, so if anybody wanted this deck, she always prints and publishes herself, so she only pushes, for a couple, like small batches that she prints out. You can get it on her website. And she's also on Patreon. She's also she has an amazing Patreon. So this is the Black Madonna, Mysteries of the Black Madonna tarot deck. This new version with edged black, comes with these beautiful handmade bags, and it came with so many beautiful gifts. Oh gosh, where did I put all of this? Let me just see if I can find it somewhere. Anyway, I can't find it right now, but it came with many pictures of Mary and so on. And this is my old Mysteries of Black Madonna deck, and I edged mine red. So the paper was a little bit different. I actually quite like the old paper. The new one is beautiful too, but I like when the deck, it's a bit more kind of slidey, so it doesn't stick together. But the new one, it feels so nicely, it's kind of rose petally. But yeah, I love this deck. I love both of them. And now she's working on the third one, which is the Red Mysteries. And also at some point, she sometimes puts them out. They like little, oracle from those little pendants and stuff. How do we call them? Oh, that's my pendulum. Hello. But yeah, she sends it with a special like a material that you throw the little charms on, and this is a special charm oracle with a lot of kind of divine feminine symbols. So this is Hetjen Grobler and Walking with Mary. You can take a look at her things. I will link all those creators below. Another one that's maybe one of the oldest is Lorenzi Prince. So I know that she has one new deck out, which I don't have, but I do have her Dark Goddess Tarot, I do have her Minoan Tarot, and I do have her She Who Watches Oracle, which I received from a dear friend, Ella. Thanks, Ella, if you get to watch this. So here we have different stories and tales. These are Lang Chinocan speaking people around Columbia River. So this is inspired by their stories, and she creates beautiful art. You know, I love her artwork because it's so raw and kind of potent to me. So this is based, of course, on Minoan culture and ancient Crete and snake goddess and so on. So this is pieces of artwork that she kind of, you know, took from the like vases and walls in the palaces in Knossos and so on, and she utilized it for tarot. And Dark Goddess Tarot, of course, everybody knows it, one of my favorite decks. I used it so much in my life. Maybe it doesn't show, but yeah, it's one of the oldest decks. It actually was gold, but yeah, gold is gone by now. But I love this deck. So Lorenzi Prince is one of those creators that I would really get anything off or from. And another one that I recently, you know, I'm binging on her work and becoming really also friendly with Julie Kuchia Watts. That was my first deck that I got of her, the Matte Tarot. It's amazing. I love her artwork. I love what she did. She's not so proud of this deck anymore because it's based on tropical system of astrology, and Julie is like ferocious you know, explorer and supporter of true sidereal astrology, the real sky astrology, and she has created a deck also now that's 2 decks actually, a Journey into Egypt Tarot. This is the edition that you can still get from Julie. She has a couple of hundreds or 100 decks of those left. Otherwise, her decks are also available on Make Playing Cards or Printer Studio, somewhere on one of those 2. I will link it below as well for you. But her decks are amazing, especially if you're into Egyptian myth, Egyptian stories, Egyptian astrology. She really utilizes a lot of research in her decks and her own astral journeys. She also created this Ancestral Path Tarot, which I have the old edition, out of print edition of. Now I think they as big as these guys. I got the book for this deck from Queen of Set, which I always will treasure. And then this is the newest deck from Julie. It's the Real Sky Astrology, one of my favorites at the moment. I will use it in my spiral astrology readings for clients to, you know, depict suns and moons, and I just really love the artwork. It's primal, it's powerful, and Julie has added here also a Fucus constellation. There is tarot, but it's mostly really like, you know, it's got astrological squares and conjunctions and so on. So it really takes into consideration astrological basic knowledge. It comes with this cool workbook. Oops. Sorry, I was just doing a reading for a client. So this is the Real Sky Astrology Tarot. And the workbook it's very cool as well. So if you're getting the deck, I would suggest you get the workbook from Lulu or any other website that's that they're being sold on. But yeah, Julie's decks are amazing. Okay, let me organize myself. Who else? Jess's decks, Jessica Zinchuk and her Story Medicine Tarot. So 4 decks. I started with the first edition with just, you know, the first deck that she's created with her partner. I love this deck so much, still very powerful for me and one of my favorite decks ever. So comes with this really cool little booklet. I love when people do wonders with words, and Jess is really great with words. So the second part was this amazing Story Medicine Tarot, which I love so much as well. Again, like one of my top tarot decks, and this one is really for visionaries, and just amazing artwork. Great deck. Took a while to create too. And then Jessica came up with her own, kind of without her partner, with a Baba Yaga deck. And this one is a little bit different. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, because it doesn't really have much of the colorful art, more like doodly art, but it has really cool chord cards, and it goes into, you know, all the stages of development for women. So we have this Baba Yaga tarot, which is just very unique, original, strange deck. I'm not really using it very often compared to these two, but I like to come to it as a map. And then the last one is the Seaweed Sisters. This is the green edition. We also have that the black edition with the same backs as the other cards. And this artwork is amazing. I'm not a fan of the borders, but yeah, it's still really incredible deck. I haven't really used this one too much. I don't know, just these borders, I told you, like, it pisses me off a bit, because it takes away, in my opinion, from the artwork. I just don't quite get why this money kind of with Jessica's face is on my cards, but I really love the artwork. So I gotten both versions, the green one from Jess and the black one. So I'm going to cut one. I already showed a couple of those images on Instagram, but Jessica's work is incredible. I have lots of interviews with her. The same, I have interviews with Hetien Grobler. I will ask if Ellen Lorenzi Prince gets on my inspired tarot map. That would be awesome. Okay, who else? Now a combination of artists. So it's William Ryder and Christine Condor, I think. Artisan tarot people. They put out Tarot de Marseille decks, historical decks. Tarot de Ambiguities is not maybe per se a historical deck, but it's based, of course, on Tarot de Marseille, but it's so cool. It's so funky. I really like using it. It makes me smile. I just love everything about it. The stained, and the artist was Alejandro Rozan, and very cool linen paper, easy to use, light. They did also Jean Dodel, one of my favorite decks ever, Jacques Veville, really beautiful. This cute Solesio tarot, which is the newest one, and it's the, like, how cool is this? It's only majors only, and I love it. It's really sweet. So yeah, if you head over to Artisan Tarot, they have Tarot de Marseille classes as well. You can also get my Tarot de Marseille class, which I think it's in general a good introduction to tarot class, as an intro tarot class. Jean Noblet as well with the sizes. Love it. Artisan Tarot, great. Great set of decks. And if we are at the Tarot de Marseille decks, another of my favorite creators is Tarot Midnight. So one of my favorite is this Tarot G23. It's such a cool tarot deck. I love it. Just these plain backs. Gergely's just line is cool. It's funky, nice colors. The images are amazing. I love that the majors are so big and forward. The full hides nothing. Gergely's decks, I love them. They also shuffle well. They're good papers. The only criticism I have, it's his boxes. They kind of flimsy and falling apart. So Gergely, if you listen to this, would be nice if you do something about your boxes. And this is Jacques Veville. I love his decks. Also great. So yeah, this is Jacques Veville, and recently he came up with this cutest deck, which is called Tarocino Milanese, and I love the size of it. And it's all the historical deck inspired by Milanese tarot decks. So And this is pretty cool. Okay, another one. Oh, we have 3 more artists to go, so not too bad. Well, let's go with Linda Hill. Linda has just created another deck. This is a new deck, the Red Seeds, the Red Threads Tarot. There's also Red Seeds Tarot and 3 of the Red Seeds Oracles. I have mentioned this in my latest video. I love her Oracle decks. They're really great. I mix them all together, so they kind of 3 parts, 3 decks mixed here. In one of those, in the first one we have quotations of Rumi, and the third one we have quotations of Marion Woodman, and in the second one we have quotations of Sappho. So Linda has written like really cool stuff in the back here. They're very psychological, these oracle decks, with challenges and with gifts. The Red Seeds Tarot and the Red Threads Tarot, like really amazing artwork and color, but of course you have to like this type of style of art, because I know it's not for everybody, but it's Linda's style, right? So this is Demeter and Persephone myth, and this is Ariadne and Dionysus myth. The last deck is about really bringing masculine and feminine aspects together. So Linda's Hill decks, really, really cool. And my dear friend Melissa Lucia, so I got to know her through Oracle of Initiation, which I have that very special old edition from as a gift. I received it as a gift from Melissa. It's in the size of postcards and I just love it. I got upset when Melissa put out the new edition of the Oracle, but now I actually like using the new one because, you know, it's easy, it's in the box, the colors are good, and in general the guide cards are interesting, a little bit different, so you can still get this edition. It's great, both are great. Oh, my favorite card. I also got a print from Melissa, large print, which is going to go onto my wall very soon. So the Oracle of Initiation, amazing, amazing companion book. You need a companion book for this deck. Then Melissa has created also this funky deck from the rest of the images that didn't get into the Oracle of Initiation. What was it called? Oh gosh. What did you call it, Mel? Anyway, one of the, I'm going to just pull one card for us, okay, as a reading. So let's see. So the image is like this. And we got Fortitude, Grit and Grace. Melissa is great with words. And she says, life is brutal, but it's also beautiful. Brutiful, I call it. Life's brutal and beautiful are woven so tightly together, they can't be separated. Reject the brutal, reject the beauty. Embrace both and live hard and well and real. Glennon Doyle. And Resistance. So this oracle has a lot of different quotes from people who are alive right now. So not some, old farts. Sorry. No, not all the amazing people who passed on. She made sure they all alive and inspirational. And then we have, of course, the Santos and Signs that came out. I've got even more of these decks because this is big size. I have small size as well. She came up with the Pulp Fiction Oracle recently, which can be bought on her Etsy shop. So this is this crazy kind of symmetrical, asymmetrical, oracle. You don't get any keywords or any booklet for this one. It's more for like practicing with your intuition, or if you like Pulp Fiction, maybe just reminding yourself of the movie. And also she's made this Ancestral Oracle, which is also very cool. Let me check. I cannot find it, but she also made an Ancestral Oracle. I will link her Etsy shop below. You can take a look. I actually realized that I have one more creator whom I have 3 decks from, and that's Lena in the Moon. So first was this beautiful oracle that she has painted herself, and the keywords are kind of in French mostly, and it's her original artwork, and it's called the Mystic Healing Oracle. And she prepared the, you know, the bag by hand, and you can see all of them are. The next one she made was this cute Light in the Darkness oracle. So it's small, it's on linen paper. Her decks are also very much sacred feminine kind of inspired and great for intuitive readings. So this is Light in the Darkness oracle. And then the recent one is this I don't know how to pronounce it, but you know, Oil de Vaux to Vaux. Oh gosh. So also she made it herself. This one is more just a word. So to be honest, not my favorite because I like image, but how cute is this? You know, she kind of sends all these handmade things. This is oracle for you, you know, when you receive it from her. It's just like all beautiful. So these ones come with like I'm authentic, listen, so it's a couple of different groups of words. And yeah, if you know, it's a cool oracle. If you don't have any words oracle, this is really cool to use. It's you can pull these words, and you can pull some of the cards from with images or from tarot decks. So it's really something to, like, you know, play with in addition to other decks, I would say. But this is Lena in the Moon. And then I do have a couple of decks from Carol Herzer, and some of them, oh, there's one more, one sec. This is River Spirits. This is an oracle deck I got from her at some point. It's kind of, you know, she took photographs and retook them, like remastered them, and these are River Spirits images. They all abstract, as you can see, no keywords, nothing like this. She always makes her own unique custom tarot bags. So this deck used to have 119 or 120 cards, but I got rid of some. I got some of these decks from my dearest friend Victoria. This is my treasured possession. This is the glitter deck from Carol, which I probably wouldn't be able to afford, but I received it from my friend Vicky as a gift for my birthday, and I love this deck so much. It's just amazing. One of my favorite decks ever. It's dreamy, the colors keep changing, there's so much also glitter on it. It's silver. And then what's interesting, I purchased for myself at some point the gold version of, so I have silver bags and I have golden bags. This is a deck that I have also, so it's a little bit bigger, as you can see, and it's got borders and golden bags with glitter, but this is like more colorful, and yeah, I love it as well. And it's called Crystal Fire. So it's also a lot of glitter that, you know, doesn't come up on camera so great unless you shine light on it. Can we do this? I don't know, is it any better? Yeah, it comes alive a little bit when you have. So anyway, in the sun it looks amazing. It sparkles and glitters, and I love this deck. These are, you know, very special handmade decks, especially the one that Victoria sent me. I think it was fully like hand painted. She also gifted me this Starlight, which I also loved. Hopefully I can, you know, maybe afford at some point another glitter deck by Carol. Never enough, but this one is a bit, as you can see, darker in the background with this starry night background. Very beautiful. These are the bags, and gosh, I'm lucky. And then also from Victoria I have gotten this tiny little thing that comes with me so often everywhere. I love actually the colors of it. That's the original Illuminated Tarot by Carol. She also has like different papers, you know, thin, thicker, new. You just can check on her website. This is one of the first decks that I have gotten from her. It's Elemental Tarot, and it comes colored. So, you know, cups are pink and pentacles are green and ones are red and so on. And I have it, I didn't split it because I use it often in my birthday extravaganza readings, and then I pull a card from the major, a card from minor, a card from court cards and so on. So I have this deck split in those groups. Is this it? Guys, that's it. Oh my god. We finished. Let me know if you enjoyed it. What are your favorite tarot creators? I of course have some other creators whom I have like 2 decks of, or 3 decks of or something. Oh, I should have mentioned actually Kim Kranz as well, and Uzi Studio, because I also have 3 decks from Kim Kranz, or even 4, and 3 decks from Uzi Studio. But forgive me, I don't feel like getting up again, and I've got to clean up all this mess. So anyway, I hope that was enjoyable, and I speak to you soon. Bye.